Love is not always what we see in movies or read in books. There is a subtle truth that is often overlooked. Men often fall in love for reasons that women rarely notice. It is not about appearance, sweet words, or extravagant gestures. Instead, it comes from small details, from the way you make them feel, from the way you exist in their lives. So, what truly makes men fall in love, yet often goes unnoticed by women? Why can they love deeply without expressing it, while women often focus only on obvious signs? And today, we will analyze and explore the mysteries surrounding this topic. Men, like women, have a need to be understood, but they rarely express it, which women often overlook. They don't just need you to hear their words, they need you to truly understand the emotions behind them. Ask yourself, do you really listen when he speaks? Or are you just waiting for your turn to talk? Do you try to put yourself in his position, to feel what he feels? When a man realizes that you listen without judgment, without rushing to conclusions, he feels safe to open his heart. And that sense of safety is the foundation for love to emerge. Men fall in love when they feel respected, only in major decisions, but also in everyday details. Their opinions are heard, their feelings are valued, and their worth is recognized. Ask yourself, do you overlook his small thoughts? Or do you emphasize his weaknesses? Do you let him know that you value his perspective? This respect is a powerful signal that encourages men to open their hearts and deepen the emotional bond. One of the reasons men fall deeply in love is when they feel free to be themselves. They don't need to pretend, hide their fears, or constantly show strength. Ask yourself, do you give him space to reveal his true self? Or do you expect him to fit a mold that you imagined? When a man feels fully accepted with both his strengths and weaknesses, love naturally emerges. This is not about displaying emotions, but a deep sense of safety that men seek in long-term relationships. Love does not always happen immediately. Men need time to open their hearts, and they fall in love when they feel your patience. Ask yourself, are you pushing him into commitment, or do you allow feelings to develop naturally? Patience here is not passivity. It is knowing that trust, attachment, and emotion need time to grow. When men feel unpressured, they are willing to open their hearts fully. Men fall in love when they realize that joy does not come from success or external validation, but from simple moments with you. A simple meal, a quiet evening together, or a soft smile can make them genuinely happy. Ask yourself, do you recognize the value of these small moments? Or do you only seek grand or extraordinary experiences? Your presence alone becomes a source of joy, allowing men to love authentically without needing to prove themselves. Men begin to love deeply when they realize that you choose them for who they truly are, not because of loneliness or lack of options. Ask yourself, do you choose him because he truly fits, or because you are afraid of being alone? Being consciously chosen allows men to open their hearts more fully, and love becomes genuine and lasting. Men often carry heavy pressures and rarely share their fears or weaknesses, but when they find you as a safe place to admit these feelings, love begins to grow. Ask yourself, do you allow him to acknowledge his fears, or do you expect him to always be strong? Acceptance without judgment allows men to open up, and from this moment, love deepens. Your emotional consistency creates a safe space. Even during conflicts, men feel they are not judged or pressured. Ask yourself, can you remain calm and sincere during difficulties, or do your emotions dominate the relationship? Stability reassures men and encourages deeper love because they know the relationship can withstand challenges. Trust is one of the strongest catalysts in love. Men fall in love when they feel that you trust them. They no longer need to prove themselves or put on a facade. Ask yourself, do you doubt or control too much, or do you allow him to feel full trust from you? Trust makes love deeper and more enduring. Men love when they feel the relationship is about sharing, not a place where they must constantly prove themselves. Ask yourself, do you make love a burden, or do you create a space of natural companionship? When love is about companionship, men are willing to give their whole hearts, and the relationship becomes lasting. Men fall in love when they feel the relationship is chosen voluntarily, not out of obligation. They want to love because they choose to, not because they feel they must. Ask yourself, do you love from your heart, or only keep him because it feels necessary? Voluntary love allows the relationship to develop naturally, without constraints, and with sincerity. Love is often not about grand gestures. Men fall in love when they realize that happiness comes from ordinary moments with you, a smile, a meal together, a quiet evening. Ask yourself, do you value these small moments, or only seek dramatic or extraordinary experiences? These simple moments nurture deep, lasting love more than any gifts or promises could. They need to know that their efforts, care, and qualities are seen and appreciated. Recognition is not empty praise, but sincere acknowledgement from the heart. Ask yourself, do you let him see his value, or do you focus only on flaws? When men feel appreciated, they invest more emotionally and love more deeply. Men fall in love when they see themselves in your long-term plans, when they know you imagine a future with them. They don't need pressure, just a sense that they are an important part. Ask yourself, Do you imagine a future with him, or only live in the present without considering a long-term connection? Belief in a shared future gives men a sense of the relationship's value and encourages commitment. Finally, one of the most important factors: men fall in love when they feel the relationship is a safe place where they can be themselves, show fears, and express real emotions. Ask yourself, do you create a safe environment, or unintentionally make him defensive and hide his feelings? Safety is the foundation for lasting love. When men feel protected and understood, they love fully. Men fall in love when they know that you choose them for their authentic self, not out of loneliness or lack of options. They want to feel special in your eyes. Ask yourself, do you choose him because he truly fits, or just because you fear being alone? The feeling of being chosen makes men open their hearts deeply, and love becomes sincere and lasting. Emotional stability in you creates a safe space. Even when conflicts arise, men feel they are not judged or pressured. Ask yourself, can you maintain calmness and sincerity, or are your emotions dominating the relationship? Stability reassures men and encourages deeper love, because they know the relationship can survive difficulties. Trust is one of the strongest elements in love. Men fall in love when they feel that you trust them. They no longer need to constantly prove themselves. Ask yourself, do you doubt or control too much? Or do you allow him to feel full trust from you? Trust creates a strong foundation for love to deepen and last. Men love when they know that you are with them because you want to, not because of obligation. Love that is freely chosen encourages natural, lasting attachment. Ask yourself, do you love him from your heart, or just keep him because it feels necessary? Voluntary love allows love to grow naturally, without constraints, and with sincerity. Men fall in love when they realize that happiness does not come from grand gestures or surprises, but from ordinary moments with you. A smile, a simple meal, or a quiet evening together. Ask yourself, do you recognize the value of these small moments? Or are you always seeking extraordinary experiences? These simple moments nurture deep and lasting love more than any big promises or gifts could. Looking back at all the factors that make men fall in love of fun, unnoticed by women, clear picture emerges. Their love is not sparked by glamour or grand gestures, but by subtle, authentic details and deep emotional connection. Men love when they feel heard, respected, and free to be themselves. They love when they experience patience, stability, and trust. They love when the relationship is a partnership, a safe space, and a voluntary choice. They love when they find meaning in ordinary moments and see themselves in a shared future Naturally, these small, yet profound details form the foundation of enduring love. Understanding this allows you not only to see how men love, but also to create relationships that are authentic, safe, and long-lasting. And if you find this content valuable, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe, not just to support, but to help this understanding of love spread. Sometimes, a little awareness is all it takes to love and be loved more deeply.